Attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers in the curve of a smile, that witch of a glance, or the brush of a fingertip. But here's the truth. No one talks about. Women don't hide their desire the way you think they do. Even if she's saying all the right things, her biology is saying something else entirely. And when you know what to look for, her body speaks louder than her words ever could. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. Not on opinion, not on pickup tactics, but on science, on raw biology. No seconding, no mixed signals, just the truth. Welcome to Stoic Tips. I'm Amelia, and today we decode 7 raw signs she's sexually attracted to you, according to biology, not guesswork. Attraction feels complicated, but at its core, it's primal. It's written in our DNA. It's not just what we say. It's how our body reacts when we're around someone we want. So, if you've been overthinking her behavior, playing mental chess, or wondering if you're just imagining chemistry, this video will be your turning point. We're diving deep into the subtle subconscious cue science confirms women give off when they're attracted to someone sexually, not just emotionally. Because, let's face it, words can lie. But biology always tells the truth. Sign number 1. She touches you like her fingers are testing fire. Let's begin where it often begins. Touch. It's small, quick, almost invisible, but it's absolutely loaded with meaning. What most men get wrong. Most men brush off those little touches. A hand on the arm, fingers grazing yours as she passes you something, a gentle tap on the shoulder when she laughs. You tell yourself, she's just being polite. She's touchy with everyone. I'm probably overthinking this. Stop right there. Those micro movements, they are her body testing the temperature of the flame. Touch is biological. It's wired into us. When a woman initiates subtle physical contact, she's often checking 2 things. 1, how it feels to her, and 2, how you'll react to it. Think about it. She doesn't need to touch you. She wants to. Her touch isn't random. It's intentional. What to do instead? Don't just ignore those moments. Tune in. When her finger slinger or brush past yours, see it for what it is. A primal check-in from her nervous system to yours. These touches are driven by oxytocin, the bonding hormone. They're how her body creates closeness without words. The next time it happens, match the energy. Respond gently. A shared smile, a soft graze in return. No overreaction, no pressure, just awareness. This isn't about making a move. It's about learning her language. Example, decoding the gesture. Let's say you're handing her a pen. She touches your hand lightly, almost too softly to notice. But she holds it a millisecond longer than needed. That isn't nothing. That's everything. Her body is saying, I'm interested. I feel safe. I want more. But I'm not ready to say it out loud yet. Why this matters beyond attraction. This skill reading subtle touch goes beyond sex, beyond dating. It sharpens your emotional intelligence and emotional intelligence. It's the currency of powerful relationships, social mastery, career leadership. When you can decode the body language of desire, you don't just become more confident. You become magnetic. Women aren't the only ones drawn to people hog-it. Everyone is because people don't want to be read. They want to be understood. Sign number 2. Her eyes undress you before you even finish your sentence. There's a reason they say the eyes are the window to the soul. But in this case, they're also the window to desire. Most men don't even notice it. They think eye contact is just polite, friendly, normal. But here's the raw truth. Her eyes tell you everything. What most men get wrong, they miss the intensity. They miss the stillness. They miss the way her gaze shifts from your lips to your neck to your eyes. Like she's scanning you. Like she's savoring you. It's not just eye contact. It's visual intimacy. She's not looking at you. She's imagining you. What to do instead? Pay attention not just to the fact that she's looking at you, but how she's looking at you. Here's what to watch for. Dilated pupils, a biological sign of arousal. Lingering glances, especially when you are not speaking. Micro expressions, soft lips. Raised eyebrows, slight tilts off the head. Her brain is flooded with dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Winches near someone she desires. That's not psychology, that's chemistry. When her pupils widen in low light, it's not always because it's dark. It's because you're lighting her up from the inside out. Example, the intimate scan. Have you ever been mid-con conversation and suddenly felt her eyes roaming slowly tracing your face? Not just listening, but studying. It's not your imagination. That's desire, raw, unfiltered, biological. She's not just hearing your words. She's imagining what it's like to be closer physically, emotionally, even sexually. That gaze, it's not neutral. I'm hungry. Why this matters beyond attraction. Understanding how someone looks at you isn't just about flirtation. It's about mastering the power of presence. In business, social dynamics, and relationships, eye contact shows confidence. It communicates trust, respect, charisma, intensity. Men who maintain deep, steady eye contact are seen as leaders, as protectors, as secure. So when you learn to read her eyes, not just glance at them, you elevate every part of who you are. Sign number 3, her body forgets how to lie. Now, this is where things get primal. Her words might say nothing, but her body, it's a walking truth serum. What most men do wrong, they overthink. She moved her foot. What does that mean? She turned her shoulder. Does that mean she's not interested? And in the chaos of trying to decode every little thing, they miss the most powerful patterns. Because real signs aren't rehearsed. They're reflexes. What to do instead? Stop overanalyzing the noise. Start noticing the flow. When she's attracted to you, her body leans in without thinking, faces you fully. Even if her eyes are somewhere else, mirrors your movements like a dance she didn't rehearse. These are subconscious biological cues driven by the brain's limbic system, the emotional center that controls fight, flight, and flirtation. Her body isn't strategizing, it's reacting. She doesn't even know she's doing it. But her posture, her angles, her distance from you, they all reveal one thing. I'm drawn to you. I feel safe. I want more. Example, the unscripted body shift. You're standing in a group. Everyone's chatting, but Yenidis, her torso, is angled toward you. Her toes are pointing at you. She laughs louder at your jokes, even the bad ones. And when you step back, she sublife follows. That's not a chance. That's biology. She's gravitating to your energy because you're the one making her body forget the script. Why this matters beyond attraction. Mastering the reading of body language makes you socially dominant. You become a person who walks into a room and just gets it. No awkwardness, no second guessing, just flow. Whether you're on a date, leading a team, or negotiating a deal, the person who reads others' accurately has the upper hand. And that's true power of dark psychology. Understanding what people don't say but desperately want you to notice. Sign number 4. She becomes hyper-aware of how she looks. Here's a scene you've probably witnessed but never really questioned. You walk into the room. Suddenly she straightens her posture, tugs slightly at her shirt, smooths her hair, touches her lips, maybe even glances in the mirror or anything reflective. Now, most men shrug this off like it's vanity. Women are just always adjusting themselves. But let's get one thing straight. That's not vanity. That's biology in action. What most men do wrong, they dismiss these self-touching or grooming habits as shallow, or worse. They don't notice them at all. But in reality, she's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for you. Her brain has identified you as Simeon worth impressing. And now her subconscious is kicking into gear to optimize her appearance. What to do? Instead, understand that when a woman starts adjusting her outfit, fixing stray hairs, or becoming visually alert around you, it's not random. It's the mate selection reflex. That's right. From an evolutionary standpoint, women have been hardwired to present themselves in the most appealing way possible when they sense a desirable male presence. That includes adjusting posture, accentuating features, fixing imperfections in real time. And here's the real giveaway. She becomes more aware of these things only when you're in the room. Not when she's alone. Not when she's with friends, only around you. That's desire. Dressed as grooming. Example, the accidental adjustment. She's mid-con conversation, laughing, casual. Then you join in. Watch closely. Her hands move to her hair. She smooths her dress. Her voice softens. Her tone shifts. In seconds, she's transitioned from relaxed to radiant. That moment, that change, it's her biology preparing for intimacy, even if she doesn't know it yet. Why this matters beyond attraction? When you recognize that self-grooming and appearance awareness aren't just for show, you unlock a deeper understanding of how people communicate visually. Whether it's dating, networking, or leadership, people naturally adapt their appearance based on who matters to them. And when someone adapts for you, that's not subtle. That's significant. Sign Jack 5. She steers the conversation into dangerous waters just to see if you'll swim. Now we're entering psychological deep water. Ever had a woman ask something bold out of nowhere? What kind of women do you usually go for? Do you believe in soulmates? Have you ever been in love or event something risque like? What's the craziest thing you've ever done in bed? These questions aren't accidents. They are emotional probes, tests. She's throwing out a line, not to challenge you, but to see if you'll swim toward her. What most men do wrong, they freeze. They play it safe. They say, oh, I didn't really talk about that kind of stuff. And just like that, they fail test because these aren't just risky topics. They're emotional open doors. And when you close the door too quickly, you tell her you're not ready for deeper vulnerability. What to do? Instead, lean in mentally, not just physically. When she shifts the conversation toward intimacy, she's signaling, I trust you. I want to see how you are beneath the surface. Can you meet me there? And the right response isn't being crude. It's being real. It's sharing without oversharing. Revealing enough to show her you're emotionally intelligent, comfortable, and unafraid. That kind of energy is magnetic. Example, the delicate deep dive. Maybe she asks, what broke your heart most? You could laugh it off, or you could pause, look her in the eye, and say, it's a long story. But yeah, I've had my heart shattered once. Boom. That's it? That honesty, measured butopen, creates connection. Why this matters beyond attraction. Being able to dive into emotional waters without sinking shows maturity, courage, and clarity. Whether it's love, leadership, or friendship, people are drawn to those who own their stories, speak without fear, and handle vulnerability with grace. So, when she shifts the convo into something personal or provocative, don't run, swim, sig number. 6, she compliments your body, not just your vibe. Let's talk about compliments. Not the polite kind, not you're so funny or you're reality smart kind. I'm talking about physical compliments. When a woman notices your build, your shoulders, your walk, your voice, that's not small talk. That's sexual attraction unfiltered. What most men do wrong. Most men don't play these compliments. They assume it's just being nice. They brush them off with, thanks, but I need to work out more. And just like that, they kill the moment. What they miss is this. When a woman compliments your body, it's never casual. What to do instead? Understand the psychology behind it. When she says things like, you look really good in that shirt. Your arms reign sane. You've got such a sexy voice. She's expressing desire without having to make the first move. Because culturally and biologically, women are often conditioned to be indirect in showing sexual interest. Complimenting your body gives her a safe space to flirt without risking full exposure. So, don't deflect it. Hold her gaze, smile, say, "Thanks. I like that you noticed." That simple acknowledgement creates an electric loop of tension and permission. Example, the body cue compliment. You're walking past her, and she says, "You've been working out, haven't you?" She didn't just notice. She was looking. That compliment is her green light, a signal that she's not just emotional into you. She's physically attracted to you. Why this matters beyond attraction? When you learn to accept compliments with confidence and grace, you become undeniably magnetic because it signals that you're not just attractive. You're aware of your value, not cocky, not needy, present, grounded, receptive. And that's exactly what draws people in. Not just romantically, but in every relationship you build. Sig number 7, she gets clumsy. Not because she's ditzy, but because she's overwhelmed. Now, this one is Adderall completely unconscious. You say, "Hi." She stumbles on her words, drops her phone, loses her train of thought, and you think, is she just nervous or am I imagining? This, you're not imagining anything. What most men do wrong. They laugh it off or worse. Don't even register it. But here's the biological truth. When someone is sexually attracted and emotionally stimulated, their nervous system goes into overdrive. The same hormones that trigger attraction, adrenaline, and dopamine also mess with motor coordination. What to do? Instead, don't tease her. Don't call it out. Just notice it. Respect it. Respond calmly. Because that clumsiness is vulnerability manifesting fishly. It's her body saying, "You'll make me nervous in the best way possible." That's not weakness. That's raw chemistry. Example, the adorable fumble. You're both standing in line chatting. She reaches into her bag, drops her keys, fumbles to pick them up, blushes, look down. In that moment, she's not careless. She's overstimulated by your presence. Her thoughts are racing. Her emotions are heightened, and her motor skills can't keep up. Why this matters beyond attraction? Learning to recognize a woman's emotional overwhelm helps you build deep empathy. It allows you to respond not with arrogance, but with understanding. And that creates not just attraction, but emotional safety. That kind of safety that deepens relationships and makes you forgettable. Bonus sign. Her body fights against her will. This is the one most men miss entirely bases. They're focused on words, on logic, on conscious signals. Beauty attraction, it's primal, and the body always acts before the mind approves. What most men do wrong, they look for verbal cues. She didn't say anything, so she must not be into me. But here's the truth. The most intense signs of sexual attraction never need to be spoken. Because when a woman is drawn to you, her body will react whether she wants it or not. What to do instead? Train your awareness. Watch her breath, her physical alignment, her stillness, or her subtle leaning toward you. Look for these biological giveaways. Increased heart rate, shallow breathing, flushed cheeks, slight parting of lips, exposed neck or tilted head, feet pointing toward you, even unconsciously. These signs are involuntary. They are governed by the autonomic nervous system, the part that controls things you can't fake. Example, the biological betrayal. You stepped close. You didn't touch her. You didn't even say anything intimate. And suddenly her breathing changes. Her posture softens. She sways slightly toward you. That's her biologist screaming, "I want this. I want him." Even if her words say nothing, her body can hide the truth. Why this matters beyond attraction? Reading biological cues makes you emotionally elite in business, in leadership, in friendship, in love. Because once you see what people actually feel, you stop being confused by what they say. That's real power. Let's recap the 7 raw signs. She's sexually attracted to you. Biology, not guesswork. By now, you've seen just how loud the human body can be, even when the words are silent. Let's quickly run back through the signs I've learned to spot. 1. She touches you like her fingers are testing fire. Small lingering touches that mean more than just contact. 2. Her eyes undress you before you even finish your sentence. Prolonged, deep, and dilated eye contact rooted in desire. 3. Her body forgets how to lie. Leaning in, mirroring, aligning her body subconsciously with yours. 4. She becomes hyper-aware of how she looks, adjusting her appearance. Grooming behaviors triggered by your presence. 5. She steers the conversation into dangerous waters. Daring questions mean to test connection and spark vulnerability. 6. She compliments your body, not just your vibe. A sign of physical attraction disguised as casual admiration. 7. She gets clumsy, not because she's ditzy, but because she's overwhelmed. Emotional energy spilling into her coordination. When you're near, bonus sign, her body fights against her will. Subconscious reactions like changes in breathing, posture, and presence that she can't control, even if she tries. The deeper truth behind these signs. Now, here's what you need to remember. These signals are not tricks. They aren't games. They are biological reactions rooted in 200,000 years of human evolution. Attraction isn't something you always share. It's something you feel. It's something you read. And most importantly, it's something you understand once you stop relying on words alone. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, her body will start speaking its own language. And once you're fluent in it, you'll never be confused again. This is the core of emotional intelligence, and it's what makes you irresistible, not just attractive. So, what should you do with this knowledge? The next time you're with her or any woman and you see these seasons, don't panic. Don't overthink. Don't get arrogant. Instead, stay grounded, stay calm. Match her energy with quiet confidence. Create a space where her desire feels safe, respected, and welcomed. Because the truth is, it's not just about sex. It's about connection. And when you understand what her biology is revealing, you gain the power to connect with her. Not just physically, but psychologically and emotionally. That's the next level. If this video made you think different life, you now see things you used to miss, then let us know in the comments with I see it now. Drop a like to support the message and help more people uncover these hidden truths. Subscribe for more real, raw, psychology-backed insights every single day right here on Stoic Tips. And don't leave just yet. Watch the next video popping up on your screen now, where we dive even deeper into the signs of hidden emotional obsession. You'll never see interactions the same way again. Until next time, stay sharp, stay aware, and remember, the body always speaks. It's up to you to finally listen. This is Amelia, and you've been watching Stoic Tips.